We got this guy here.
Oh, my Jeepus.
The Jeepus. Now, I've heard some people say there's been splits between teams over GPS groups and non-GPS groups. I hear Stanford,
GPS versus
really
TomTom.
There's really no GPS used. What kind of runner has a GPS?
A runner who wants to know how far he's going and exactly how fast at every point in the run. That it's perfect for those guys.
What does that say about that kind of runner?
It says that he cares. He's willing to go the extra distance for that final half mile to make sure you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. It's admirable.
So it's a non-cheater?
Yeah, no corners have been cut in years. And also, if you're doing a run and it's not on a Garmin, how do you know you went for a run? You don't.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one's there.
I guess TomToms are cool too, I guess.
So yeah, I would just say that the kind of runner that buys a Garmin is just, they're insecure. They're not sure of themselves and their training and their feel for training. You know, Kyle, he's worried that that if he goes for a run, it'll be like, you know, a quarter mile short, and then if it's a quarter mile short, maybe I'm not in great shape, and then I can't run, and blah, 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 and he gets himself in a tizzy, if you will. Plus, you know, like, I'm blue collar, so I would never. All right, Stanford.
You don't have $400 to drop on a watch.
Well, my rebuttal would be that at the end of a run, when you think you're going like 5-minute pace and are in great shape, but then are actually not in great shape and are just floating along at 6:30s, then time comes to race, you're wrong. Like, you step up to the line and you think that you could run a 1500 that converts to a sub 4, but then you don't.
See, so have you ever really misconstrued a 6:30 pace for a 5-minute pace? Is that actually happen?
Sometimes I get in really good shape. Other times I'm not in good shape.
Messes up.
You see,
I mean,
if you're off by 90 seconds a mile, like a Garmin isn't going to help you. You just have some.
Well, then you should probably buy a Garmin.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're that messed up.
But here's the thing, Kyle sees running solely as this scientific pursuit, where if you're in like a certain shape, you run a certain PR. But he's wrong. Because he's weak. He's weak in the mind. He needs to be reassured by good shape in order to run well. Whereas, you know, I mean, I just get out there and I haven't even been training, you know? I've been doing like no running. It's all about heart, you know? You just believe. And that's what
what's your heart rate? You don't even know your heart rate.
It's one thing that I've learned. But all you need is heart. You just gotta believe, Kyle.
3 by belief.
Your heart's a very important to running,
Wait, what about these two? I mean, are you Garmin men?
I'd say we're not as extreme as either Kyle or Chris, but there's
the middle road.
Yeah, I mean, there's pluses and minuses to both, but I don't know. I don't really like. You hear the little beep and you look down and see your pace, and it's kind of, sometimes it's fun and sometimes it just makes you crazy. I don't know.
You have to know how to use it. Some people let it control that. Other people can just freely run without it. Free spirit Garminers.
But you
control the
I tell the Garmin what the split is. It doesn't tell me what the split is.
I don't know if you noticed this yesterday. We turned around and it took us about 3 seconds to make the turnaround.
Oh, he stops it when he turns so it doesn't mess up his pace. That's actually messed up and embarrassing. You shouldn't do that.
Because wait, all right, I have a problem.
Okay, so you end up running more than what you think is on your Garmin, because you have all that, like, you wait until you're up to like what you think is like the cruising speed before you start it, so you don't have that. Yeah, you start running when you start it, and when you turn around, you stop it, run a few steps, come back, run a few steps, start it.
See, when it comes down to it, you know, I'm training to race. Kyle's training to have a pretty training log.
It's true.
You know, and the Garmin just assists in the prettiness of his training log.
Round numbers and
yeah.
So
it's I like racing too on the side.
Oh yeah, when's the last time you did it?
Oh, that's mean.
Too soon.